xì với công
Hello,
an.
beautiful souls. Today I want
Khó
to talk to you
chịu.
about an interesting topic of selecting a diet with the use of the BioWell without eating anything, remotely holding something in your hand, or testing different kind of amulets, stones, minerals, whatever other things can influence you that you can may potentially hold with you and bring with you during the day, and to see if there will be some reaction. So how can you do such tests with the use of the BioWell? Let's go. First thing that you need to know, disclaimer in this field of investigations, whenever you're taking something in your hands, of course there is an interaction between your body and what is in your hand, what you're holding and interacting with. But not all the people are sensitive enough in order to show some significant difference. Some people are very stable, like elephants, and such small subtle things like holding something in the hand will not change their state. So it means that by using BioWell, or even that is very subtle and sensitive technology, you will not see any changes. But depending on the influence, of course, you may find some influence that will destabilize even this person. Or you have to check a person that is in unstable state at the current moment. So if the person is unstable now, you can try to stabilize the state by giving something and then measuring the reaction to see if it increases the stability or decreases the stress or opposite, or everything stays the same. So just keep in mind that doing such kind of research and doing such kind of tests is not so simple. Not all the people react the same way to the same influence, and some people are not sensitive to such weak or ultra-weak influences. But let's imagine you have found a sensitive person and you are trying to find which type of food is good for this person, or food additive, or some medication that you want to see if there will be an allergic reaction or no, some essential oil you have, etc. Or you want to see a reaction to some other stuff that the person can just hold in the hand and don't need to inject it. So then BioWell is applicable and it can help you to find the solution and select the proper diet or the proper nutrition or some essential oil, etc. It doesn't matter what kind of influence you want to test. So the protocol will be very simple. You need to test the person in the initial state in order to know the background levels, and then you will just provide something to hold in the hand to the person. Either person needs to hold this bottle or whatever, some substance in the hand while scanning the other hand and then changing the hand, or you may create some kind of pouch in which you will put this tested object that will be held in this area while you're testing. In this way, you can even test for yourself so that your hands are free. So with one hand, you can click the mouse and the buttons in the software, and the other one will be inserted into the Bible. So theoretically, you can use all types of scans in the Bible software. Full scan, stress scan, one finger scan. All three modes are good, but the one that you may select depends on how much time you have. So if you have limited amount of time, then you will more probably concentrate on stress scans, because you have to scan only two fingers. And in order to select which fingers to scan, you may think the object that I'm going to test should influence more respiratory system. Then it's better to select the two fingers that you will scan in the stress scan mode that are connected with the respiratory system, for example, thumbs or fingers, small fingers. If you are testing something that should potentially influence the liver, for example, you should select the middle finger on which the liver sector is situated. So you are not obliged to measure each time in every research only the three fingers as it is shown in our software. You can select the finger that you like and that is more correlated with the field of influence. So select the finger that you will scan, and then you just do the background scans, then you provide what is needed to the hand of the person, and then you do the hand again. Let's go to the BioWell software in order to see how it will look like. Now we are in the software, and here, when you do the full scan, of course you have a lot of information, different parameters, number centers, overall analysis, the balances, etc., organs, energy, systems, energies, all the parameters that are available in the software are at your hands. But it takes a lot of time because you have to scan all 10 fingers in order to select, and if you have multiple choices that you need to select from, 10, 20 of them, then of course it will take too much time to do full scans on each of them. So in this case, if you don't have enough time to go in depth with the full scan, you can do a stress scan. So I will just do a fast demonstration for you. It will not take a lot of time. So I'm doing first the background reading. So scanning left and right hand, one after another, and clicking analyze. So I need to repeat this at least 2 or 4 times. Of course, based on statistics, it's better to make it at least 4 times. As you can see, it doesn't take much time, so each scan takes 5 seconds. And to collect 4 of them, well, it can be done within 1 minute. So you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, ready. They are, so they will be marked as before. Or we will, it's better to mark them as background ready, right? So now I will hold something in the hand. So potentially I can just hold in the hand. I can inhale something. You can put something in the pouch on the solar plexus heart area in here. You can ask the person to do something. So it doesn't matter what kind of influence you are checking. But for example, in terms of food, you can take a piece of this food in the hand and hold it. So if you want to select a diet for the person and find, for example, allergic products, potentially, maybe the person is so sensitive that you will be able to see it with firewall very fast. So I'm holding this thing, and as long as I'm measuring myself, I will insert here, because it's complicated to click and scan together at once. So it's positioned here, and I need to press once again under the influence. So same fingers that I have been scanning initially, scanning them. And here you can scan at least 2 times in order to see the difference. If you have time, you can repeat again 4 in order to be able to compare it statistically better with a high quality. Try and so of course, in order to check some product, some mineral, whatever you're food editing, whatever you're trying to check, you need 1 minute per product. If you will do 4 scans for each. If you will just limit yourself to 2 of them, then it will go in 2 times faster. So that's it. So we have done the experiment. So these 4 scans are under the influence, the 4 initial and background. So it means now we can compare and we can see if there is some reaction or there is no reaction, if the energy and stress stay the same or something has changed. In the stress scan, only 2 parameters are calculated, nothing else, stress and energy. Nothing else can be discovered. As I told you, it's very fast but limited information. It's not the full scan. So of course you can calculate the average, you can see these variabilities, and well, for example, here we might notice that the average energy has slightly increased under the influence of this thing. So again, this is the way that you can do such tests with the firewall, and you can see the reaction of the body. If the stress is going up or going down, energy going up or going down, or if it just normalizes. Well, how to do these kind of analysis and how to understand and do the interpretation back then, I will record a separate video about exporting data, doing some statistical analysis step by step, and I will explain in a separate video later on. So it means that protocol that I have shown you right now, it means that you can, with the BioWell, potentially do tests of various things that can influence our energy state and select something that is more appropriate for the person, that decreases the stress, that increases the energy, etc. In one finger mode, unfortunately, there is no stress being calculated. You can only see the curve of the overall energy and its variability in time. So it's not so informative in comparison with the full scan, and not so informative in terms of stress as the stress scan, but still you can select one finger and scan it in one finger mode before and then under the influence. Same finger, same amount of time, same interval.
Phú Thọ
And
là
then
1
see
là
if
quận
the
6,
variability of the
2 là
signal,
quận
the
11.
trend of the signal, or the absolute level of the signal change or not. That's it.